Matteo Grilli here, winemaker at Primo Estate, and this is our Primo Co Verdicchio Classico Superiore. Primo Co is our collaborative label where it's us working with a winery in Italy to make a singular wine, and this time we've made a Verdicchio from my grandfather's homeland of Le Marche. Verdicchio is really the king of white grapes over there, and it's little known amongst wine lovers here in Australia, so we thought we've got to do a version that we love and bring it back here to show people what it's all about. To do that, we worked with the incredible, iconic Cantina Santa Barbara outside the town of Santa Barbara, and the winemaker there is world famous for what he's done in revolutionizing this grape. His name is Stefano Antonucci, and before I tell you all about the wine, I got to tell you the story of my first time meeting Stefano, because it is iconic and he is very much a winemaking rock star. So while I was there working with them on this wine, the whole time they were saying, hey, we've told Stefano about you. He really wants to meet you, okay? He's busy at the moment, but you'll meet Stefano. And it finally came to my last day at the winery, and they were taking me out to lunch to kind of celebrate the end of the journey. We were out to lunch, I was just having a good time, drinking plenty of this wine with some good seafood, as is classic for that Marche region. And suddenly they go, oh, Stefano, he just messaged, he's coming, he's on his way here. We're getting to the end of our lunch and I'm thinking, is he gonna step out of a Maserati in an Armani suit and shake my hand before kind of jetting off to Milan or something like that? Because that was the vibe I was getting. But sure enough, as we're finishing lunch, I hear the ring of a bicycle bell, turn around, and here's this old Italian gentleman, shirt off, in an old bike with like a fishing basket tacked on the front, and he yells out, hey Ciccio, how's it going? That was Stefano. He was tanned, like leathery brown. He didn't want to talk anything about the wine, how we'd made the wine. He basically just cared about like, hey, what are we drinking with lunch? Hey, is the wine cold enough? And you know, he had a party coming up at the winery. Was I going to be there for that or not? What was on the menu? And I thought at the end of it, you know what, this guy's got his priorities straight. And I like to say, hey, if you're in McLaren Vale, don't worry, you're not gonna catch me with my shirt off on a bike rolling up to the cellar door just yet. But hey, after 40 years of winemaking, we'll see, okay? So hopefully that gives you a little insight into the journey behind this wine. But what is Verdicchio? For me, I would compare it to like a great white Burgundy or a great Chardonnay from Tasmania or the Mornington Peninsula. And like those styles, it's been treated with a light touch of oak, which just gives it an incredible complexity and some beautiful rich aromas. The grape can have a high natural acidity, so when it's treated with a little bit of age, the flavors can develop to something really incredible and unique. And that's what we've seen with this wine. So Verdicchio's the grape, and then it's Classico Superiore. Classico meaning it comes from the best vineyards in the region, in this case sitting at 250 meters above altitude outside the town of Santa Barbara. And Superiore means it's had the highest winemaking standard before release, which in this case speaks to a little bit of time in French barriques before release, and also some age before bottling. So this is a 2022. I reckon that's enough talking about it. Let's have a taste. So it's a classic Italian winery that bottles only in cork with the beautiful traditional color for Classico Verdicchio. Wow, that smells so good. That's the color you want from this kind of wine. Not a deep gold, just that wonderful pale gold. That is just such an elegant nose. It's got wonderful notes of peach and melon with just a gorgeous hint of creamy brioche that it gets from that time in those French barriques. Let's have a taste. There is something so special about these wines when you get the oak touch perfect, and I'm proud to say that's what we've achieved here. It's got this beautiful ripe white peach up front, and then that lingering touch of yogurt and cream, and then just on the finish, as it goes down, a nice little crisp hint of mandarin and orange, which brings the whole style together. This is an amazing style. In the region, it's very much a seafood wine, having it with all of your fried bits and pieces, whether it be calamari, squid, even a salt and pepper flounder, something like that. They also love it with any kind of white meat, roast chicken, which the region is famous for too, even like great rabbit. Hard to beat with seafood pasta, of course, and one I highly recommend with olive ascolane, the stuffed olives you can get at a lot of restaurants and good Italian delis now. Just a classic from that region as well that goes amazingly with this wine. So if you haven't tried Verdicchio, we reckon we've made one that is about as good as it gets. We collaborated with Stefano Antonucci from Cantina Santa Barbara, which is royalty when it comes to this grape. And I highly recommend discovering the Primo Co Verdicchio because honestly, there's nothing quite like it and it's such a joy to drink this wine. Perfect for our summer too. So, hey, here's to Verdicchio. Have a taste. Cheers.